I suppose one of the things I love about you and I love about Uluna is both how unique I feel like your offering is and the beauty in your sourcing, and then also the integrity behind it. So
Mm.
these are some of the beautiful crystals we've got on offer.
Mm.
I'm now obsessed with them and carry them everywhere, I have to say. So there's a couple more. Um, Tell us a little bit about, I suppose, how you source the crystals, and
Mm.
just speak to a little bit of how important it is to you to have integrity behind this and ensure that you're sourcing them from the right places.
Yeah. So so I worked in the crystal import industry as well for a few years before, around the time that Uluna started, actually. And working in the jewelry industry as well, sourcing was part of working in that industry too. We're just sourcing gemstones instead of crystals, but it's all sourcing stones. Being a gemologist and having uh, that really deep understanding of the process that stones go through, the process of mining, the different treatments and synthetics and fakes that are out there on the market as well. The integrity of how we source, what we source, and how we sell our stones is top for me. My career is kind of like, as a gemologist, is riding on that too. And so I have a moral obligation to sell stones that are correctly identified and ethically sourced as well. Excuse me. So the way that we source is we source a few different ways. Lucky to have been in this industry for a long time. I'm the vice president of the Gemological Association here in Victoria as well. So I have a lot of industry peers and other people that I can lean on and link to other suppliers as well. I source from some local wholesalers that are owned by mineralogists, geologists, and industry peers. I source directly from certain countries as well, where it's taken a long time to find the right supplier and build those relationships. And when I'm sourcing from overseas, sometimes it's weeks and months before a sale's made, because I need to be able to build that relationship, understand their mining process, meet some of their stone polishers, lapidarists, meet and understand the workings of the business, and make sure that their processes are safe, that their staff are looked after, and that there's minimal movement from mine to market. So I don't source from Chinese factories. That is an absolute no, because a lot of that stone is sourced in one country, shipped over to China. They're huge, huge factories. There's no way of knowing or speaking to anyone that can show you the processes that are done there. There's a huge number of treatments and after treatments that happen in those processes too. And then they're shipped somewhere else, and then they're distributed to Australia, and then they're purchased here. So there is a huge carbon footprint that happens with that process as well. So sourcing directly, or as directly as we can, and sourcing from people that either we trust or from miners and suppliers that we can connect with one-on-one. So there's the process of sourcing ethically, and that term gets thrown around quite a lot. It isn't like the organic food industry, where there are people checking and ticking boxes, although, it can be used on packaging and things as well. And then there's the ethical selling of the stones, making sure that they are correctly identified, not just as what stone they are, but what treatments they've had. And this is something that comes up a lot, where, I'll be contacted, can you have a look? Can you identify this? And quite often it's been sold as the wrong name, and it hasn't been, any treatments that it's gone under haven't been shared as well, radiated smoky quartz or apophyllite sold as zeolite. And a lot of this happens all the time. So it makes things a lot slower for us. It means that we're not doing things in bulk. It means that we're not scaling in that way, but it means that we have control over what's coming in and how it's coming in and how it's being sold. And that vibrational energy and that care and that love and that passion, I feel as though comes along with the crystal for the journey too.
I would have to wholeheartedly agree. And I really respect that that's such an intentional part of your business and your business model. And it is that slow growth, that growing in an intentional way. And I think it just resonates so deeply with me because I am very much the same.